So bills are introduced by legislators, but they can be written by various people or groups. So officers and agencies of state and local government can introduce bills to the state legislatures, interest groups, lobbyists, or private individuals like you and I. Voters can propose constitutional amendments or propose statutes by initiative, which just involves the submitting of signed petitions. A referendum is a process by which a legislative measure is decided upon by the state's voters. Right, and governors. So each state has a governor. Typically, they must be American citizens, be 25 or 30 years of age, have lived in the state for at least 5 years. They are elected by popular vote. Most serve 4-year terms with a 2-term limit. Most have a lieutenant governor that could serve in their absence. Okay, and they can be removed from office by impeachment. Does anybody know who the governor of Virginia is? We did a current event on him early in the year. His name is Ralph Northam. Okay, duties for governors vary by state, but most of them appoint and remove state officials, supervise the state's executive branch, oversee it, much like the president oversees the executive branch of the federal government. They prepare an annual or biennial budget to go to the legislature. They command the state militia or National Guard. Okay, the governor shares powers with other elected officials. So these are the executive officers. In most states, that would include the lieutenant governor who presides over the Senate. Does anyone know who our lieutenant governor is? A man named Justin Fairfax. The Secretary of State serves as the chief clerk and record keeper. The treasurer is the custodian of state funds. Okay, and the attorney general is the state's lawyer. And then just a few things about state courts and the law. So we've got what are called justices of the peace. They preside over minor offenses in rural areas. Magistrates handle minor civil complaints in urban areas. Municipal courts hear civil cases involving misdemeanors, so lesser crimes. Juvenile courts decide cases for individuals who are under age 18. General trial courts try civil and criminal cases. Appellate courts are courts of appeals between the trial courts and the state Supreme Court. And then finally, the state Supreme Courts review the decisions of the lower courts. All right, so state courts and the law follow various laws. We've got constitutional law, which is based on the United States and the state constitutions. Statutory law, which is based on laws enacted by legislatures. Administrative law are composed of federal, state, or local rules, orders, and regulations. Common law is based on prior rulings and accepted ideas of right and wrong. And then equity, which is preventative laws based on fairness, justice, and right. You can see, and that's beautiful. That's the state house in Hawaii. State court judges are selected by popular vote, governor appointment, or legislative appointment. Okay, so there are a lot of details. I know this was a lot of information, and again, it's not specific, it's very general to the 50 states of the United States. So if you have questions or want something specific answered, please use the Google form that I have posted.